everybody, and welcome to Joyfully Centered. I'm your host, Heather Rausch, and I am so excited for our conversation today with our incredible guest, Carmelita, who is a great friend of mine and just an incredible woman. And I am so excited that together we get to introduce Joyfully Centered to the world. So, welcome, Carmelita. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Heather. Thanks for having me on. I'm so excited to be excited and delighted.
I love that you're our very first guest and so happy to get to do this with you. And before we go into anything else, I would love if you would take a minute to introduce yourself and tell us anything we should know about Carmelita.
Well, as Heather said, my name is Carmanlita, and I am the owner of Mystic Toolbox, where I am a spiritual navigator. I do chakra balancing and intuitive messages, alignment cards, angel card readings, those kind of things. I'm also a minister, so I can do weddings and christenings, house blessings, all that kind of woo-woo stuff. um, I am also the proud parent of three fantastic adults. I am semi-retired and I am on a quest to travel. And I've been getting in someplace new, actually, about every 6 weeks. So I'm really excited about that happening in my life. I am available for dating. So I'm super excited about that as well.
I love it. Love that. That's such a great introduction. So thank you for
For a minute
sharing it.
there, I felt like I was on like what is that, the dating game or something?
Well, we'll find you Mr. Right out there. So you never
Yes,
know, right? You put it out in the universe, you never know what's going to happen.
yes,
So,
yes, for sure.
well, to share a little bit of background too, Carmelita and I have known each other for over 15 years. And so we were trying to come up with the exact number, but we know it's more than 15. And she is definitely one of my very best friends. And she is somebody I call first. One of the first calls I make when I have great news that I share that I'm excited about, or if I'm in need of support or need talking off that ledge once in a while, she is someone that I can call and is always not only a valued friend, but a trusted advisor. She's somebody who is a partner in accountability and staying aligned while we navigate, this complex and beautiful world that we live in. And she gives it to me straight. And I think that everybody needs a Carmelita in their life because we need to have people that we can really be vulnerable with and talk to and share with in such a raw way and know that it's anything they share back with us is coming out of love. So, and always for our greatest good. So thank you, Carmelita, for being that person in my life. I appreciate you so much and value you tremendously.
Oh, that's so sweet. That just warms my heart. And thank you for being that exact same thing back to me. I can call you, you're my one of my first calls as well. And I just cherish all of our times together. We've had some doozies and we've had some really smooth sailings. So it's been a real place of growth. And I really enjoy our friendship. And I'm very happy that we call each other friend.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. And that's partly why I wanted to bring you on as the first guest, because we have worked through so many things together, and it is so valuable to be able to do that. And that's really how I get to a place of being joyfully centered and living in a way that really is joyfully centered is through being able to just be authentic and really be to grow. We push each other to really grow and to create all those things that we do say we desire in life. And it's so cool also to be able to celebrate those things together as we create them, right? That's the best part. The
Right.
celebration, part after we've done all this together. So it's really, really cool. So, joyfully centered, we through this concept, we share all kinds of resources through community and engage and inspire. And we get to meet cool people like Carmelita, because not everybody can have Carmelita herself in their life. But we hope that you do have somebody like her in your life. And if you don't, then start creating those relationships so that you can, because it's never too late to build those relationships and connections in our life. But through joyfully centered conversations like these, you'll get to hear their perspective from our esteemed guests. And it's really, really valuable. So, Carmelita, this whole concept of joyfully centered, what does that look like for you?
To me, that whole concept is about bringing the happy, you know? How do you take steps towards your goals and desires through, in a happy place, through a joyful place, through a centeredness, through a balancedness? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and we've talked about, I know we definitely each of us believe about really creating what it is we desire and choosing, right? What we're thinking about and all of that. So tell us more about that. Because
So, well, we were talking the other day, and you had said a really cool thing I thought was really super cool, as you say many cool things, but I wrote this cool thing down. And it's like, if it's true for you, it's true. So, I think in living joyfully centered, you got to choose more of your true. um, you've got to choose more of your true. And it's really all about choice and coming at it from, I think, from an attitude of gratitude. When you come at it from an attitude of gratitude, then you can see the things that are happening around us um, in a more joyfully centered way, a more balanced way, I guess.
right. Yeah, well, and that was something really good I said, I guess.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I have some good ones once in a while. I need to write
Um,
those down too. No,
awesome,
but
awesome.
it's funny because that is so true, right? Whatever is true to us, that is our reality. And I think it's important for us to realize not everybody has the same idea of their reality, right? Everybody's living because we all have our own truth and we all have our own perception of what's happening in the world all around us. And so it's really, really cool when we realize that we're choosing that and we get to have control over that, right? So we're not having to just go with whatever is happening around us or what we hear on the news or what our friends said or coworkers said or anything, right? We get to choose what we're taking in and how we disseminate that information and then what we want to do with it and if we
Right.
want it to affect us or not. And how we're gonna process that forward, I guess I would say. So I love what you said about choosing our thoughts, our impact forward with it. So I think that's
Right.
really cool. And definitely the attitude of gratitude, I think is important, like you said too. I know that's something for me. I try to really look at all the things I'm grateful for. And when I do, I get more of that. What we
Yes.
focus on, we bring more of, right?
Yes, for sure, for sure, for sure. And if you ever want to test that out, just play that slug bug game. We used to play that with the kids when we were driving all the time. And but we never slugged. We would just say slug bug because they weren't allowed to hit each other. Because, but anyway, when we were playing the game, we saw them constantly. When we weren't, we didn't. When Jessica, she decided she wanted a particular car. Jessica is my middle child and or adult, and she wanted a particular car, and she saw it all the time, all the time. So it's definitely what you focus on is what you bring about. And I think and when you're talking about what you're focusing on, it's also what are you choosing to focus on? To be joyfully centered, I find that it's hard pressed to care about every single thing that's happening in the world. And even though we only have a certain amount of capacity. And I just feel like, well, what's worked for me is choosing what things I'm going to spend my time thinking about. How am I going to spend my time thinking about it? The same as how I was able to release over many years, over several years, release 4 dress sizes. Is by taking it step by step, day at a time, choosing things that are healthy for me, choosing things that are going to give me the health that I crave. And that's the thing that I think is so interesting. Then let me let you get a word in edgewise. But I think it's so interesting because we battle about things that we said we wanted. I said I wanted this. I said I want to be more healthy. And as being more healthy for my body, it turns out to be smaller. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the one who wanted to be more healthy. So why am I choosing the battle against that? And I just got a tremendous amount of relief from that by choosing the attitude of gratitude that I get to find things that I enjoy eating, find things that are healthy for me, those kind of things, discovering new restaurants, new mom and pops, you know?
Yeah,
So
I
new
love that.
dishes and recipes and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I think, you do have such a great attitude with that, because I know quite a few people who are wanting to release some weight and to feel healthier in that. However, they're approaching it much differently. They're looking at it as a chore. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to lose weight, rather than you really are very good about saying, "Oh, wow, I get to eat this and it feels so good." I can't remember even how many times you've said, "Oh, I feel so good when I eat this. I feel like I'm really nourishing my body and everything." So that perspective and that outlook, it is so important, and it does then lead to those results, which is really cool. So I think you are spot on with just us prioritizing our time, our energy, really ensuring that we're taking care of those choices that we're making, and really being conscious to what it is that we say we want to create, so that we can see those results, right?
Exactly, exactly. And I, it's something that we said that we wanted. And trust, this has been a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? This has been a work in progress. Was when the weight loss doctor first said, only a pound or two a week. And I'm like, that's a freaking year. I was just like, forget that. But then I just kept working at it and working at it, eliminate this. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. Oh, switch that out for that. Well, actually, I like that better.
Right.
You just give ourselves some choices, you know?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. And really, it's all about attracting what it is that you truly desire,
Right,
right?
right,
So,
right.
I say I want to live joyfully centered, so I'm going to be joyfully centered, right? And
Yes,
when
yes,
I'm having a rough day, I'm going to get myself back to joyfully centered as fast as I possibly can, because that's how I'm choosing to live, right? So, knowing we have the choice, and then taking action to really attract all of that in. So
right.
I know you had a really cool experience that I want you to share about when you were at the tribute
Yeah, yeah.
concert.
Well, I
So share.
wanted to say that because it's like choose. All of it is about choose. Whether you're going to choose joy, choose happiness, choose to be grumpy, choose it. It's up to you. It's your choice. So, yeah, it was such a fun story. I'm at the Prince celebration, remembrance celebration. Um, on the day that he passed, April 21st. Anyway, so I'm at this, and I went on the tour. So there's about 19 people on the tour. This lady is with her friend on the tour, and then all of a sudden she just grabs me and she's just hugging me. I'm like, what's happening here? And then she's like, I'm just so happy and I'm just so sad at the same time. I just needed to hug someone. And she comes in for another hug. And so I'm just thinking, wow, okay, wow, I could be, what the hell? Why is she hugging me? She's got a friend, and I could have been, but I thought, what the heck? She's got a friend, and she still chose me. So I just got a lot out of that. And it's from having that attitude of gratitude. I could have been grumpy about it, or I could be in gratitude about it. And I just find that the more I'm in gratitude about it and looking at it as it's happening for me instead of to me, the four agreements, not taking it personal, the more that I do that, just the more joyfully centered my life is, and the more joyfully centered my days are. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. I love it. And obviously, you were radiating some positivity
Yes,
and joy
yes,
if she felt
yes,
comfortable to come up and hug you like that, right? So how
yes,
cool is
yes.
that?
And I did say that to her. Well, thank you for choosing me because there were other people and she was with a loved one and she still picked me. So it's
I
pretty
love it.
awesome. Yeah,
I love it. Love it.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
Well, is there anything else? Because we're kind of getting towards the end of our time here with the group. So, is there anything else you would like to share with us, or anything else you'd like us to know about you, or anything at all you want to share?
Anything at all. Well, like you said, I'm a spiritual navigator. I'm the owner and operator of the Mystic Toolbox. And currently I'm doing sessions at BioBalance Organics. That's at 35th Ave and Thunderbird, just south of Thunderbird, right here in the area. My website will be launching really, really soon for people who are not in the area, but I also do sessions remotely as well. So we do the chakra balancing. And if for those who don't know, chakra balancing are energy centers within the body. We do a process to find out which ones need to be aligned, and then we align them. So
I love it. Definitely a great resource, to
thank
help us
you.
get back in alignment and feel joyfully centered, right? So,
Yes.
thank you so much, Carmelita. Again, I love you so much. Appreciate that you have been our first guest to share so much wisdom and insight with us. So, thank you for that.
And
And
thank you. I'm so honored.
and I just want to say too, thank you to everybody that is watching this as well. And we encourage you to take actions that support your desires, whatever those may be. And we do hope that that means engaging with Joyfully Centered in our community. And we look forward to seeing more of everybody in the future. So, everybody, take care, be joyfully centered, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.